Welcome, YouTubers, to another Bleach chapter review. For today's segment, we're going to be talking about Bleach chapter 674, Father Part 2. Now, this chapter, I would say it was pretty like it was a little like I would say like not necessarily slow, but I would say it's like interesting. That it kind of raised some more speculations on Uryu himself, as is to say that what exactly is he doing? What is Uryu doing? Literally, like I don't really understand his character anymore. Like what exactly is he fighting for now? Not really quite sure anymore. Is he really fighting for friends? Because Jugram even stated it himself that I can't understand you, Uryu. What exactly are you really like? What's your purpose in life? And Uryu is even he's kind of stating himself like, oh, like let me show you what my purpose is. And I'm like here thinking like, okay, this got to be interesting. Like, what are you really actually fighting for then, Uryu? But now this chapter though, it did begin with Ichigo facing off against what's called Yuwak. But Yuwak he's actually getting the upper hand too now that he actually stood up. Now he's actually whooping his ass. Like legit, you actually see Ichigo bleeding, back again with Orihime actually saying, "Oh my gosh, Ichigo, Ichigo!" And you're here wondering like, Ichigo, just go Bankai. Bankai. Just go it. Just do it. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing more. You don't have to hold it in, man. Just go Bankai. We're all waiting your Bankai, man. We all want to see what your brand new sword is. That's all we're waiting on. That too, and also what the other sword does as well. I'm kind of still waiting on them in itself. But to be honest, though, Yuwak is still getting the upper hand right there in itself. And the issue, Yuwak is actually disappointed too, because he actually wants him to face him off against in his strongest way. And Ichigo's not really doing that in itself. Ichigo's kind of like, it looks like as if he's holding back too at the same time. He's just kind of like just overlooking the fact. That's why I'm wondering like, what is or him really gonna be have a purpose in this fight now? Because either that or maybe she might heal him and then say, oh, my power is based on the amount of damage that I might do. Maybe that might be the case, but I could be wrong. Moving on though, we actually get to see a little monologue between Byakuya and actually Toshiro Hitsugaya, and we actually talk about the ideals of Soul Society. Apparently they have ideals, and apparently Rukia and Renji are their closest friends to Ichigo. And that's why they would actually be the only ones to go aid him. Now, I am all up for Renji and Rukia going to help Ichigo right now, but I feel like they're just going to be like bystanders right there in itself. I feel like they really can't be doing anything. I feel like maybe Byakuya actually sent them towards Ichigo more as it'd be more safe, or at least away from the battle, or maybe what's it called? He doesn't want them to see, because I feel like maybe that's a death flag in itself right there. I feel like Byakuya is gonna die. Maybe that's why he sent it, because he doesn't like, I don't want you guys to see me, die. Let them come back at the end of the battle and say, oh my God, Byakuya sacrificed himself. Kind of like a prideful thing, like a majestic warrior death right there in itself. They're gonna see Byakuya, in his grave site. I'm sorry, against the Quincy's. He fought bravely against it, and I actually all up for Byakuya actually dying against one of the strongest Stern Raiders right there in the series so far. I personally would see that too in itself. He's kind of like the Neji so far, because Byakuya is so perfect that like there's no point in character progression for him, that like a death flag is like right there in itself. You're too perfect that you need to die in order for you to to move on with the story, and that's what I find with Byakuya. Like I kind of feel sorry for the guy, poor guy, though. But what can we say? Rest in peace, Byakuya. Let's hope that you survive this fight with Gerald. Let's just hope, though. That's all I'm hoping. I just hope he doesn't die, though. To be honest. But carrying on. Whew, man, poor guy. It sucks to be him. But at the end of the chapter, we finally get to see actually Ichigo's dad, Isshin, and Uryu's father. I forgot his name, actually. They'll just call it Uryu's father for now, because I actually forgot his name. And we actually see that they finally made it to the battlefield. And that's where the chapter kind of leads off in itself. Now that's actually pretty interesting now, that all the key players are now in it. Now the Uryu's father, he actually had like a coin that, I guess from one of his ancestors, that lets him like enter the Soul Society or something. So it kind of says a lot that, ooh, snap, we're gonna actually see a little bit more of Uryu's past now involved with Yuwaka or anything like that. Now I'm kind of interested to say what Uryu's father's power could be involved as well. You know, because Uryu's power, they finally showcased actually is Uryu's bow itself. It's now more of like a diagonal, like it's like two V shapes connected on itself, you know. And I'm here wondering like that's pretty cool, you know. It's kind of bland too at the same time, but we don't know what kind of powers it might have. Maybe you can do like some like multiple like special attacks that like, you know, one arrow can like destroy your nerves and another arrow can blind your eyesight, you know, like maybe like stuff like that, you know. Like just by the way that the bow looks like it looks like Uryu's arrows might have multiple personality not personalities, multiple abilities in itself, you know. But that's just my opinion on itself. That would be pretty cool if Uryu had that. Now I wish that were the case, but like I said, but then again, it's the Stern Raiders. They actually have one ability within itself. But because I believe Uryu was the A, the all might. Like I believe, yeah, Uryu was going to be the B. I'm sorry, B or A. So there might be something more along the case with Uryu. But he's looking pretty cool right now, though. I'm gonna say, you know, he's doing a pretty cool battle pose right there. But Uryu's father, like I said before, I'm sorry, you know, he actually, I don't know, they never really showcase his powers. Like not even that many fights too, if I remember correctly as well. He's kind of more like still in the dark, so we probably might get to see some more action on him, and he actually might be facing off against Ewok himself. So let's hope that the fact that I actually see them actually doing some damage to Ewok himself, you know, because they actually seem like they're like war veterans in itself, and we actually finally get to see why what's his name, Woody's father is actually like why he was actually away from this whole fight now. It's kind of interesting too that now he barely pops out throughout the whole entire series. Like now he's just saying, okay, now I'm interested. You know, as to say that like back in the days, you know, you just kind of like only pop out when Udi would kind of need him in a sense. You know, but there's a lot of mystery still involved with Udi's father that I feel like Oda's not gonna. I'm not Udi. Oda. I'm sorry, Tideku is gonna bring it to light now. But yes, that's about my review on this chapter. You know, sorry about that, guys. You know that's just it that we can really work on this chapter. You know, because to be honest, it's the ending was itself was actually a little bit better. You know, like the two main players that are finally in the war now might finally make a difference, and I feel like these guys might shed some light on what's really like. I would say with your walk himself, because since I feel like they probably might personally know your walk, since from the old times, since they're from the older generation. But let me know what you guys think about this chapter. You know, I kind of found it interesting that like that these guys are now finally in the war, like I said. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and if you guys like enjoy my content, give us a like and subscribe. This is Mr. Zen signing out.